Hello folks, it's 11:31 here in Marseilles, Illinois. Just dropped some off to a friend, and I thought, what better time to show you Phoebe than now, while it's raining. There we go. Holy, it's coming down, and the wind is not helping us. Don't mind the little leaf that sways in and out. That's an air freshener. Shut off Phoebe for 2 minutes. Their window's fogged up. That's how fast these temperatures are changing down here. Getting pretty dang close to Halloween, but there we go. Trying to get the sea out of them. But yeah, so as you saw on the channel, I sold Texas, my 94 F-150. There we go. I sold Sunrise Orange, the 72 MG midget. Then I bought Phoebe, my 89 Ranger. It's not the greatest of trucks out there. It's definitely not the newest. It's not going to win the most. It's not going to win the cleanest award either. But she has won the longest fighting award. I bought Phoebe from a farmer. Not a farmer. The guy I bought it. I'm the third owner. The guy I bought it from. He bought it from a farmer whose wife died of cancer. He rebuilt the motor, then sold it to their family friend, which is the guy I bought it from. There we go. Trying to get up to speed. See if this car will pass me or not. But let's see. So the guy bought it from a farmer. Didn't know the engine was rebuilt. Rebuilt it himself. So I have it twice rebuilt. 2.3 liter non-turboed Ford Ranger in my possession. I'm hopefully gonna find some more vehicles. To fix maybe or drive, but I don't see that happening. Maybe I can give you an idea of just how crazy this is. I mean, you can't see right now, but right now we're kind of in a valley. If we were up on the hill that we were just on, there were leaves twirling around, got a nice sizable wind pushing at us. But yeah. But yeah, this is the inside of Phoebe on a good day. Oh, got a couple of things. Oh yeah, the wind is definitely picking up. The hood latch is broken on Phoebe. The only way I can... What are you doing? Well, you're gonna pass all three cars? You get a no passing zone. Alright. Have fun with that. But, yikes. Now we're coming out of the valley, so things are gonna get a lot more rough. My hood's held down by some hood pins. Redneck hood pins. But it's not really windproof. 55s for jive, and 65 the hood wants to open. carb on it. Original gas tank. The motor was changed out in the 80s. I think that was the last piece of paper. I think the 80s paperwork was from that. I'll show you guys the paperwork and the lawnmower sometime. It's actually a really cool machine. All cast iron, so gotta love that. And no, all of the buttons and lights in this little truck work. I don't know why, but I think the turn signal mechanism is just a little fast, getting a little too much electricity to it. Now that, a mini burnout with full biplane effect there. The wind is strong enough and I come to a standstill, I could probably do a burnout in the wind. There's enough water on these damn roads. I mean, we needed rain, but not this month. We needed it a few months ago. And we had that derecho I drove through. That would have been a video and a half. I barely got any traction in this thing. 100-mile-an-hour wind smacked the front of the grill and it about stopped the crankshaft. And I was going about, I don't know, maybe 40. Not all that fast. It's got a 60-mile-an-hour difference. And I was on a hill, so it smacked me as hard as it could coming up that hill. But, oh well. More recent news, I took a trip to West Virginia, and my thermostat is shot because my transmission and, well, more or less, my transmission overheated thanks to me not having good enough coolant flow. This truck, it's got the radiator that has the trans lines running through it, and with the thermostat being shot, I couldn't tell how good or how bad this thing was doing, and the radiator fan shrouding's all off, so this thing's more of a let's drive short distances quickly than it is let's go long distances quickly. It's the policeman. I don't know. Cops in this town. Sometimes they're sneaky, sometimes they're not. If I was a cop, I would definitely not sit out in the open unless I wanted my presence to be known. But, oh well. But yeah, we're just driving past a few, driving into town now. I live downtown, but that's another story for another time. For me, downtown, compared to what some of you might think, which would be, I don't live in Chicago. Illinois is not just Chicago. I live south of Chicago. But for me, downtown is I live near the Lincoln Douglas Debate Memorial. There's a little statue for me. Jesus. Now, if our governor / mayor get their heads together, fix our damn roads, we wouldn't have potholes the size of China. I wish I gotta go find some good potholes to show you guys, so y'all understand that you could probably fall in and you could live in this pothole. But who knows? A little more about Phoebe. She is rusty, but none of that rust is structurally bad for the truck. It's all just surface shit, garbage like that. Passing Monty's Riverside Inn is a good place to get food if you're ever in town. A little expensive, but it is one of the more finer dining areas around here. We do have, well, no. Monty's kind of he's getting gypped out of business due to Tangled Roots Brewing Company around here. Not sponsored by any of them, as you can tell by my subscriber count. I'm not sponsored. Well, they do have good food. I've never eaten at Tangled Roots, but I have eaten at Monty's. Monty's is a good place to get some grub, especially if you're going out to like prom or on a date or something. Have I personally taken any of my dates to Monty's? Once. I went there for prom many times. Twice, actually. Can't say many times. I don't even really like our Sam's pizza. Our Sam's beef rolls. Jesus Christ. Look at some of the telephone poles. There isn't supposed to be tornadoes, it's supposed to rain. Alright, cool. Just on my way home. Dropping some goodies off at a friend's. See, when you come to a stop, it's sprinkling, but the wind is what's getting it. You know, I was sitting there getting ready to give you guys this video, and all of a sudden the truck got slammed in by some wind. I was like, oh, okay. As you can see, we got a McDonald's in town. Not surprising, though. This truck is loud. We'll say that. Going on road trips with this truck is not ideal, especially at night. Especially when you're trying to either A, go on the highway, if you're on the highway, which I was, it means you or your passengers listening to 4 cylinders at about 4,000 RPM the entire trip. Unless you stop for food, of course. This thing gets a lot of recognition from a few people. My buddy and I were known as the truck guys down in Peru and a few other places. We go to restaurants or drive-thrus, especially when coronavirus is a big thing. We go through and, we pull up at the drive-thru or go in and order and then wait our truck. And then we tip them like $20-$30 extra. So we pay for our food and then give them like maybe a $40 tip. Especially depending on their service. If you're especially nice, like the one guy from Buffalo Wild Wings, 100% you're gonna get a big tip. I forget his name now, but that was at the beginning of the pandemic when everything was shut down. We want some wings, so we said let's go to B-Dubs. Well, literally a block from home, so actually less than a block because we're pulling up right now. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this little clip it. Not even that. Well, this is a 15-minute clip it or so. But I hope you enjoyed this little chat, discovering a little more about Phoebe, and hope to see you guys in the comment section or somewhere else. Have a good one. Remember, send it.